welcome to our manager, Reverend Father Jose TJ, Principal, Reverend Sister Merlin, Headmistress, Reverend Sister Poonam, teachers, and my dear friends. To mark the importance of 26 November, which is celebrated in India as our Constitution Day, the primary wing of St.Mary Senior Secondary School, Mayur Vihar, organized a series of activities. We would like to share the glimpses of some of the outstanding performances by our students. We hope you will enjoy them. Thank you.
Dr. Rajendra Prasad was born on 3rd December in 1884 in the Ziradai village, Siwan district of Bihar. In the year 1902, he joined the famous Presidency College of Calcutta and passed the Masters in Law. After independence, he was elected the nation's first president. He encouraged the development of education in India. He retired in 1962. After 12 years as a president, he got Bharat Ratna, the nation's highest civilian award. He authored many books like Satyagraha at Champaran, India Divided, Mahatma Gandhi and Bihar Bapu ke Kadmon mein.
Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was born on 14th of April 1891 in Madhya Pradesh. Baba Saheb Ambedkar is known as Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar. He was a social reformer and inspired the Dalit Buddhist movement in India. He was the father of the Indian Constitution and the brain behind the drafting of the Indian Constitution. He was the first law minister of the country in the year 1947. He was awarded the prestigious Bharat Ratna Award in 1990.
Sarojini Naidu, a poet, freedom fighter, activist, orator, and administrator, was born on 13th February 1879 at Hyderabad. Also remembered as the Nightingale of India, was one of the most revered personalities of the 20th century. She died on 2nd of March 1949, but she will always be remembered as one of the founders of modern and secular India. Thank you.
Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was born on 14 November 1889 in Allahabad. His father's name was Motilal Nehru and mother's name was Swaroop Rani. In 1910, he completed his graduation. After India got independence, he became the first Prime Minister of India. He was a great leader, politician and writer too. He wrote the famous book, The Discovery of India. He always worked continuously for the betterment of the country and its people. He joined the non-cooperation movement of Mahatma Gandhi. He was famous among the children. That's why children called him Chacha Nehru. Because of his love for the children, his birthday is celebrated as a Children's Day.
Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit was an Indian diplomat, politician and sister of our first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. She was the first woman to become the President of UN General Assembly. She accepted imprisonment, smiling and bolding several times for the beloved country and people of India. She was appointed India's first ambassador to the Soviet Union.
Maulana Abul Kalam was born on 11 November 1888. He was an Indian independence activist, Indian poet, writer, journalist and scholar who became the important political leader of Indian National Congress. He was the first Minister of Education in the Indian government. He adopted the pen name Azad. His birthday is celebrated as National Education Day over India. He died at 22nd February 1958.
Begum Azad Rasul was the only Muslim woman to be a part of the Constitution Assembly of India. She was born on 4th April 1908 in Punjab. She was awarded a Padma Bhushan for her contribution to social work. She was also the president of Indian Women's Hockey Federation for nearly 20 years. She was involved in politics at a very young age. She defied many traditional norms like the Pradha system. She passed away in December 2012.
Rajkumari Amrit Kaur was born on 2nd February 1887 in Lucknow. Her parents are Harnam Singh and Rani Priscilla Kaur Saiba. She used to be an activist and politician. She also co-founded the All India Women's Conference in 1927 and became its president in 1933. She was also one of the freedom fighters who took part in the Quit India movement by resigning from her government job under the British rule. After independence, became the first health minister of our country. Rajkumari Amrit Kaur worked as Gandhi's secretary for 16 years. She strongly opposed to the practice of Parda and to child marriage. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
The Constitution of India is the supreme law of India. The government of our country ran according to some rules. We decided to write down the rules according to which our country would be governed. These rules form our constitution. Just before we gained independence, our leaders were elected to a body called the Constituent Assembly. It was formed to discuss and decide upon our constitution. The Constituent Assembly formed a committee and gave it the job of preparing our constitution. The committee was headed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The constitution prepared by a committee was discussed and approved by the Constituent Assembly. On 26 November 1949, the final draft of the constitution was ready.
The supreme law of the country in a democratic system is the Constitution. The Constitution of India starts with a preamble with the phrases "We the people" and talks about the values of the Constitution, which are equality, liberty, secularism and fraternity. The Constitution of India addresses each and every issue that can possibly be imagined in a country like India, which has many religions, cultures and languages. The preamble of the Constitution of India prescribes liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship as one of the core values. These have to be assured to every member of all the communities. It has been done so because the ideals of democracy cannot be attained without the presence of certain minimal rights which are essential for a free and civilized existence of individuals.
Fundamental rights. There are some basic rights that are very well known as fundamental of human existence and crucial for human expansion. In the absence of fundamental rights, a man's existence would be worthless. So, the political institutions role and responsibility mainly emphasized on empowering the people, especially the minorities, to live in dignity with the rights of equality.
Constitution of India guarantees six fundamental rights to its citizens. India is known for its unity in diversity, and the reason for this is the fundamental rights that the Constitution empowers its citizens with. The six fundamental rights are right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. All the rights are enforced irrespective of caste, creed, religion, ethnicity, race, or sex. Not all the rights are absolute in nature. In the case of national emergencies like war, pandemics, terrorist attacks, or economic crisis, certain rights can be nullified by the government.
Fundamental duties. Just as we have rights, we have duties too. Here's some fundamental duties specified in our Constitution. Respecting our Constitution, the national flag and the national anthem. Respecting the laws of the country. Believing in and working for the unity of the country. Treating others as equal. Respecting our cultural heritage. Protecting our natural environment. It is the longest constitution in the world.
The Constitution of India is written by Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar. Preamble is the introduction of the Constitution of India. Preamble declares India as sovereign, secular, socialist and democratic republic. The objectives stated by the preamble are to secure justice, liberty and equality to the citizens of India and maintain unity and integrity of the nation.
Sovereignty. The constitutional values are reflected in the entire Constitution of India. Means having complete political freedom
and being the supreme authority. It implies that India is internally all powerful and externally free. It is free to determine for itself without any external interference, and nobody is there within to challenge its authority. This feature of sovereignty gives us the dignity of existence as a nation in the international community. The constitutional authorities and organs of government derive their power only from the people.
Socialist or socialism. In 1976, the word socialist was added to the preamble by the 42nd Amendment to recognize the need to bring about economic and social equality along with political equality. Our society is plagued with inequalities of all sort between the rich and the poor. To bring about overall development of the country, it is important to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor. The socialist ideals of our constitution are directed towards bringing about social and economic equality. The term means the achievement of socialist ends through democratic means.
Secularism. As we all know, the preamble of Indian Constitution declares India to be sovereign, socialist and a democratic republic, and also it clearly states that India is a secular nation through which it provides freedom to Indian citizens to practice, profess and propagate any religion. It states that government must treat all the religion equally and it can restrict certain actions but not the religious intent behind them. So, India is called a secular country because it does not have any state religion. And moreover, people are free to practice any religion. It approves that one religious community cannot dominate another. Overall, it is an essential objective for our constitution.
Democracy. Abraham Lincoln, the famous president of America, said democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Democracy is a form of government. The democratic form of government is opposite to dictatorship, a type of government in which the power is centralized in the hands of single person who rules the nation. Democracy is a type of social system in which everyone has an equal share of power. In large complex societies, however, it is impossible for every citizen to be involved in the political process. Thus, when we refer to democratic power structures, we mean those structures in which people are allowed to vote for the elected representatives.
Justice is the most important and most discussed objective of the state and society. It is the basis of orderly human living. Justice demands regulation of selfish action of people, securing a fair distribution, equal treatments of equals and just rewarded for all. It stands for harmony and individual between individual interests and the interests of the society.
Liberty. The preamble prescribes liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship as one of the core values of our Constitution. These have to be assured to every member of the communities. It has been done so because the ideal of democracy cannot be attained without the presence of certain rights, which are essential for a free and civilized existence for individuals.
Fraternity. There is a commitment made in the preamble to promote the value of fraternity that stands for the spirit of common brotherhood among all the people of India. In the absence of fraternity, a plural society like India stands divided. Therefore, to give meaning to all the ideals like justice, liberty, and equality, the preamble lays great emphasis on fraternity. Fraternity can be realized not only by abolishing untouchability among different sections of community but also by abolishing all communal or sectarian or even local discriminatory feelings which stands in the way of unity of India.
Human dignity. Human dignity is one of the most important things to the human spirit. It means being valued and respected for what you are, what you believe in, and how you live your life. Treating other people with dignity means treating them the way we would like to be treated ourselves. Dignity is the right of a person to be valued and respected for their own sake and to be treated ethically. It is of significance in morality, ethics, law, and politics as an extension of the Enlightenment era concepts of inherent rights.
Human dignity refers to the right of a person to be valued and respected for their own sake and to be treated ethically. It is of significance in morality, ethics, law, and politics as an extension of inalienable rights. The Article 21 of our Constitution states that no person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to the procedure established by law. It has a wider view, including rights to livelihood, health, air, water, etc., concluding the whole of human dignity.
Social justice. Social justice is the view that everyone deserves equal economic, political, social rights and opportunities. Social justice was spread during the revolutions of 1848. Social justice promotes fairness and equality across many aspects of society. The five main principles of social justice includes access to resources, equality, participation, diversity, and human rights. The most useful thing in social justice is the vote.
National integrity. National integrity is a unity among the people of a country. It is a term that helps to bind all the people together. It provides equality to all the people. It unites the whole country as a single nation. We should respect every religion for national integrity. It helps to respect and value each other. It helps us not to divert into various ideas. Let's hope for a brighter future of our country.
Someone has rightly said, governments will come and go. Political parties will be formed and dissolved. but the country should survive and the democracy should remain forever. Today, as we commemorate the Constitution Day of India, it gives me immense pride to be a citizen of this great nation, India. The Indian Constitution is the most unique and the lengthiest written constitution in the world. It strikes a perfect balance between rigidity and flexibility. We should be grateful to all our great leaders who took up the challenge to frame and draft this wonderful constitution that serves as guidelines for every citizen of our country. I would also like to congratulate all the students who participated in all the activities related to the Constitution Day celebration. Thank you.
We, the people of India.
Having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949
Hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution